Well, good evening. My name is Lance. I'm the North Dakota Carnivore, and I'm just coming on to say what's going on. Today's Friday night, and I just spent the last 120 hours fasting. Uh, why? Well, I just had some dental work done, and 3 weeks ago, I had some dental work done. I had a tooth pulled here, and the tooth actually broke and it was getting infected, and I knew that. I already had a dental appointment scheduled, so I fasted because anytime I tried eating, more of the tooth would break off, and I just said, oh, "What the heck? I'll just fast until my dental appointment is a couple days away." So I have experience fasting, might as well. What I didn't expect was after I had the tooth extracted, I have always had tremendous pain whenever I have had a tooth pulled. It's just been bad for me afterwards. I didn't have any issues. I didn't have any pain. I didn't have any real swelling or anything. Just went straight into healing, and it was actually a really nice experience for what it was. That's been different. So one of the things at that appointment where I had this tooth extracted was actually was to set up more appointments because I haven't seen a dentist in probably, other than to have a tooth pulled, I haven't seen a dentist in over 20 years. I don't like dentists. I don't like going to the dentist. I just don't. And it's actually been probably about 25 years since I've seen a dentist. But I got a few things that need to be done. I had, besides this tooth that was infected, I had this tooth was infected. And this is not a tooth there anymore. This is a bridge now. I had a implant here. So there's a post that went into my jaw. The tooth was built around it. It looked real. It functioned. I got that put in when I was like 18 years old. And it worked. It had been loose for quite a while. I had trouble with it back in the 80s and 90s. Actually, more, yeah, late 80s into the 90s. I had trouble with it. It'd get infected, it'd abscess, cause pain. I'd have to go to the dentist. They finally ended up doing a procedure where they peeled the gums back and scraped out the infection. I can't remember what the name of it is, but that was very painful. It sucked, but it worked for a long time. Well, when I went in and had this tooth looked at and found out that this one had a draining abscess, so it never got the pressure, never got the pain. It was abscessed and infected, but it just drained out, so I never felt it. One of the things that I've learned from my dentist when we were dealing with this with my wife earlier was that anytime you have a infection in your mouth, your blood glucose can be elevated. And that's actually one of the things that happened with my wife. Her blood glucose, she's type 2 diabetic. Her A1C was high, her glucose was high. Once she got her teeth fixed, that helped tremendously with her glucose. Well, I had noticed that in the previous fast that I did, my blood sugars didn't come down like they normally do when I would do a fast of that length. And then when I went to the dentist and found out I had 2 infections, I was like, well, that makes sense. That's why my blood sugar wouldn't come down, is because I had 2 infections. Well, I started this fast on Sunday. My last meal was Sunday night. So I went through my appointment on Wednesday fasting, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be put on another antibiotic. And my plan for that was if I got put on an antibiotic, I was going to break my fast. You don't take an antibiotic without food, at least not with the one that they were putting me on, because that used to tear my stomach up terrible. Well, when they did the work on the side two teeth where the bridge is anchored to, and they pulled the tooth that was there, and they were able to basically scrape out the infection again. There was still infected tissue there. They got rid of it. No antibiotic was needed, so I got to continue my fast, and I did a full 120 hours and some minutes. So I can pull that up right here because I just finished this fast, and that's what it is: 120 hours and 20 minutes. It started Sunday at 6:26, and I ended tonight at 6:46. So it was a very good fast. Now, I check my blood glucose throughout the fast. I monitor my glucose and my ketones to make sure that my body's doing what it should be doing. What I hadn't been able to get the last 3 fasts because of the infection in my mouth, I was able to get with this one within hours of that tooth being pulled. My glucose came down just like it should, and I noticed it right away. But this was this afternoon at 4:14 in the afternoon here, where I took my glucose and my ketones. My blood sugars were at 55. My ketones were at 4.1. It gave me a GKI of 0.6. And if you follow Dr. Boz at all, that gives me a Dr. Boz ratio of 11. If you don't know what the Dr. Boz ratio is, I highly recommend going to Dr. Boz, going to her channel, and looking up her Dr. Boz ratio. She's got some great videos on it. But this just tells you that I'm in a very high level of healing for my body and for what's going on with me. So this is absolutely a tremendous thing right here where, yes, my blood sugars are low, but my ketones are high. And all right, so I just screwed up. My blood ketones are high. My glucose is low. That's not an issue. I've done this several times, and my body is actually used to this here. I don't have symptoms. My body's using the ketones for my energy. So I don't have lightheadedness. I don't have dizziness. I don't have any issues with the way my body feels and the way I feel when my ketones are high like that and my glucose is low. Now, why am I doing this? Well, I've been eating a carnivore diet for the last 18 plus months, and it's just something that seems to naturally occur with a lot of people who eat this style of a diet. I enjoy it. I naturally started fasting, going from 3 meals a day to 2 meals a day to 1 meal a day. One day I'm not hungry, so I'm not going to eat. And after 24 hours, I wasn't hungry, so I went 48. After 48 hours, I wasn't hungry, so I went 72. And then I ate just because I'd never done it before. And that got me doing some more research and looking into fasting. There are so many benefits to your body for fasting, and your body does a lot of healing. I was fasting because I wanted my body to heal from the trauma of having this tooth removed, the other 2 teeth worked on, and stuff, so that I can have my body was prepared for what happened, and it started healing right away. And that's one of the signs is my ketones were high, my glucose is low, my body is doing repair work to it. It's just a tremendous benefit. What do I eat? I eat stuff like this. I smoked a pork butt the other day and eggs and bacon for breakfast. There's nothing better than that for breakfast. Well, or lunch or dinner or just one meal a day. That's not enough for one meal a day, but you get the point. This would be something right here where when I broke my fast tonight, take this the pork butt off there, just the 3 eggs and the bacon right here. That's what I broke my fast with. You know, it's just a simple meal. I eat that. I wait for an hour, hour and a half, and then I'll eat another meal. Tonight I had a quarter-pound burger patty, and that was it. And right now I feel stuffed. I'm good, so I don't need to have any more. This is what I look like in March of 2024. This was 2 years ago. This is what I look like at a hockey game. I started the carnivore diet in August of 2024. So the same year, just, a few months apart. And then this is me in February, at the end of February this year. This picture of that jersey I'm wearing, that's a 3XL. And it's pretty tight there on the belly. This jersey here is a large, and it's loose on me. There's nothing tight on that jersey at all. I've lost, up at this picture here, I've lost 140 pounds from my heaviest, 128 pounds on the carnivore diet. As of this morning, I've lost 142 pounds now, and I'm down 130 pounds on the carnivore diet. This diet, it's not really a diet, it's a lifestyle. You change so many things when you're doing this, and it makes a huge difference in your life. Cutting out carbohydrates, cutting out seed oils, and any plant material to begin with is a tremendous benefit to your body. It allows your body to start healing. And once your body starts healing, you feel so much better. Your aches and pains go away. I'm 59 years old. I wake up in the morning now and I don't hurt. I don't have pain. I can get out of bed and go straight in to doing what I got to do to get ready for work in the morning. I don't have to sit there for 5 to 10 minutes warming my body up just to be able to get out of bed. I used to do that. I also used to have 5 alarms set for myself because I could never wake up. I never slept well. Basically, I'm in bed the same amount of time. But now when my alarm goes off, I have 1 alarm. I wake up the first time. I'm out of bed. I get up, shut my alarm off. I get out of bed and I go get ready for work. I don't have to massage my feet. I don't have to work my ankles and my knees to be able to get out of bed and go walk into the bathroom. I don't have to do that anymore. It is absolutely amazing. I wake up with a clear head. My allergies that I suffered with for over 30 years are gone. I started the carnivore diet when I looked like this because I was on 5 blood pressure medications and I wanted to get off of them. My blood pressure wasn't under control when I was on 5 of them when I looked like that. When I was eating a lean meat, high carbohydrate diet. My blood pressure was out of control on 5 blood pressure medications. This is why I started the carnivore diet, was to help with my blood pressure, to regain my health. 18 months in, and I'm down 30 pounds on the carnivore diet, 142 pounds altogether from my heaviest weight. It's a tremendous difference on me, on how I feel and how I am. You can see it in my face. I'm not round like I used to be. I don't take a GLP-1. My body makes it itself and tells me when I'm full now and when I'm not. I've had trouble with those hormones for a long time. Even as a carnivore, I've had trouble with my signal that tells me that I'm full. The leptin doesn't want to signal to me all the time. My last 2 fasts that I've done, after I've done that fast, that signal has been there and it has told me that, hey, you need to stop eating because you're full. You've got enough. Just like tonight, I had 3 eggs and bacon. An hour later, I had a quarter-pound burger patty. And my body is telling me that I don't need to have any more right now because I'm full. And I'm listening. It's taken a long time for that to happen. I tracked everything that I was eating for a long time just because I didn't get those signals. Signals I'm actually getting now, which is to me amazing because I didn't get them before. This diet, this way of eating, doing extended fasts, tracking my ketones, eating a meat-based diet, losing weight from where I used to look like this, now I look like this, is just tremendous. I do live streams on the weekends, on Saturday and Sundays. One of the guys or somebody on there asked me about my body fat, and I hadn't checked in a long time, so I don't know what it was. I checked it this morning, and I'm actually quite surprised at what it was. When I first started the carnivore diet, my neck was 19 and a quarter or 19 and a half inches, 19 and a quarter. And my waist around my belly, the tape measure only goes to 60 inches and my belly was bigger than that. So even if I go at just the 60 inches that I know it was at least, that put me at 44% body fat for my heaviest. Or actually, that wasn't even my heaviest. That was when I started carnivore, and I wasn't at my heaviest. I was 335 pounds when I started carnivore, 205 pounds now. And sorry, I got interrupted, but I'm talking about my body fat. I hadn't looked at my body fat. I'd been looking at my BMI off and on, and I know I'm getting close to a normal BMI, but not quite there. I'm still considered overweight on my BMI. But my body fat, for my height, 6'3", for my neck, which is 16 and a quarter inches, or 1 foot, 4.25 inches, and my waist around my belly, my largest part, is 35 inches this morning. That's 2 feet, 11 inches. My weight at 205. My body fat is at 14.9%, which is considered to be in a fitness level. It's not far out of the athlete. And I'm not working out. I'm not exercising. I'm just eating a meat-based diet. Do I recommend this? I absolutely do. I think everybody should try it, at least for 30, 60, 90 days. Use it as an elimination diet. Go on a strict carnivore diet for 30, 60, 90 days. And then you can introduce things back into your diet. It will let you know quickly what foods affect you, what is causing you pain, what is causing you not to sleep, what's causing you to snore. Yeah, there's so many things. The inflammation in your body that is caused through plant toxins is tremendous. So I would highly recommend anybody, everybody, try it for 30 days minimum. 60, 90 is even better because you get better results. I did this diet, this way of eating for my blood pressure, for my health, so that I could be here for my family. And it has changed so much for me. The weight loss was a benefit. Coming off of 5 blood pressure medications in the first 6 weeks was the goal. I didn't think it'd be that fast. I didn't know it would actually work, but I took a leap of faith and tried it. If you are suffering from anything, try it. What have you got to lose? Now, I'm not giving you medical advice. Don't take it as that, because I'm not a doctor. I'm just a guy that sharing his experience, because this is what worked for me. This is what's worked for my wife. My wife is also eating this way, and she's had tremendous healing herself. Take the time, do some research on it. Go on to YouTube, go on to Twitter, go on to Rumble, and look up the carnivore diet. Listen to the doctors that are out there that are talking about the carnivore diet. A lot of them have some great information. So it helps you in tremendous ways, just as fasting helps you. Extended fast like this for 120 hours, you have tremendous benefits. Your ketones and your blood glucose being able to be controlled like this is a tremendous benefit for your body. Give it a shot. You want to learn about fasting? Dr. Jason Fung on YouTube has some great videos on fasting. He's a wealth of knowledge. Go check him out. Now, everything that I put out on this channel is my experience. It's not medical advice. I'm not a doctor, and I'm not giving medical advice. So take it for what it is. It's my life experience. You all have a great night, and we'll talk to you again soon.